America's 16th President, Abraham Lincoln, stressed the value of public opinion in a federal democratic republic in these words: "Public opinion in this country is everything." Some 8,000 miles east and 200 years after that, Lincoln's words still sound relevant as we sit here today to discuss the findings of a public poll on federalism in Nepal. Lincoln fervently believed in public voice and its contribution to a society that values people's rule. In a functioning democracy, the people and their leaders constantly communicate. The leaders learn of the public opinion of the moment through public polls and the news media, the celebrated fourth state. Opinion polls and the media help the leaders make laws or brainstorm on policies that are pertinent to the public. As Nepal debates federalism and state restructuring, VIFON sought to make some contribution to enrich the dialogue by collecting the moment's public opinion on the most contentious issues of the day. It asked Nepali citizens living in and outside Nepal on March 2014 what they want to say about federalism and state restructuring at a time when the new Constituent Assembly is preparing to deliver the Constitution in a year. Another reason why VIFON conducted this survey is that many Nepalese who live in and outside Nepal feel they have been left out of the process of constitution writing. As US President John F. Kennedy underscored, we strongly believe the ignorance or avoidance of one voter in a democracy impairs the security of all. In the survey, the public answered a set of questionnaire designed by the public poll experts in the US. Trained enumerators collected the information using standard methodologies. The month-long survey employed electronic response submission forms, focus group discussion, and door-to-door canvassing. A retired Gallup poll expert in the US played a crucial role in the technical design aspect of the survey. He trained VIFON officials in carrying out the poll. VIFON officials then trained Nepal Country Office Coordinator, Media Coordinator, and volunteers in cities across the world via telephone and Skype. Then they trained our enumerators who went to the field to carry out the survey. An easy-to-use survey portal available in both Nepali and English languages collected the views of Nepalese residing in foreign cities and communities in significant numbers. Resident volunteers in respective countries and cities were mobilized to coordinate the local work and get the word out to the potential respondents. The poll was conducted in 14 sample districts and Kathmandu Valley, representing all 14 zones and 5 development regions. Efforts were made to reach both rural and urban communities across varying topographical belts, ethnic clusters, and other parameters pertinent to the process. The respondents were approached in Kathmandu Valley and major cities of the world where there is a higher concentration of Nepali citizens to reach them where they were studying, doing jobs, pursuing careers, or paying visits. A total of about 10,000 Nepali citizens participated in the survey. Around 2,500 submitted their views electronically, while the rest were polled in 14 sample districts and in Kathmandu through focus group discussions and door-to-door canvassing. People aged 18 and above participated in the poll that started on March 1st, 2014 and ended at midnight on March 31st, 2014. The response of Nepali citizens living abroad for either work or study was targeted in the electronic polling. The respondents reached were noted for their overseas location, home district, age group, gender, and ethnic diversity. The online poll showed that most of the respondents who participated were aged between 25 and 44, suggesting that youths dominated the population of overseas Nepalese. They are informed and educated on the current state of the nation. The survey was conducted to ensure adequate gender representation. It reflected gender diversity and collected varying perspectives of males and females on the issue of federalism and state restructuring. "58% respondents associated federalism with a system of governance in which the power is shared between central and provincial or state governments. This suggests that Nepalese by and large are familiar with the idea of federalism. Among those polled, 28% identified federalism as a system of government in which sovereignty is constitutionally divided between a central governing authority and constitutional political units. 10% of the pollsters related federalism to a decentralized system of government. About 4% respondents did not know what federalism meant. When asked about whether Nepal should adopt a federal form of governance, 43% respondents favored the idea, while 39% rejected a federated Nepal. About 11% of the surveyed people supported the idea of decentralization instead of federalism, while 7% thought a referendum could determine the right form of governance for the nation. When asked what the basis of state restructuring should be if the nation were to be federated, a whopping 69% of the people polled said that natural resources and economic opportunities should be the primary basis for restructuring the state. 7% of the respondents favored ethnic identity-based federalism, while 5% of the polled wanted the proposed states to be based on cross-country border. 19% of the respondents have no clue as to what parameters should be applied. Of the polled population, 34% public expects that federalism could bring speedy development in the country, while 25% cite accountable and transparent government. 24% of the respondents think that under federal system of government, service delivery would be efficient and effective. 16% of the surveyed people do not have an opinion as to what benefits federalism would bring to the nation. When asked as to what would be three main priorities of the country, less than half of the polled population thought a new constitution is the need of the hour. Only 49% respondents want the new Constituent Assembly to immediately promulgate a new constitution. 17% people think federating Nepal was one of the most important priorities. 16% think that Nepal currently needs infrastructure development. 37% polled want political parties to be accountable to the people, and 19% pollsters say that adopting a zero-tolerance policy to combat corruption is the country's immediate agenda. The survey seeks to stimulate candid conversations between new Constituent Assembly members and public, thereby taking both sides to new frontiers of understanding and bringing in fresh perspectives to handle the all-important issues. The findings from this report, together with the input from district surveys, will go through the next level of analysis, which will incorporate the perspectives of the new Constituent Assembly members, policy experts, constitutional pundits, and the media who are here today. After we come to you one more time with the most comprehensive report ever on the topic of federalism, we will kick off our next project, which will be collecting the opinions of the public on the performance of the government and new Constituent Assembly. VIFON will continuously engage with various stakeholders, including the public and civic leaders, in advocating its mission of helping people hear themselves. VIFON's efforts do not end with the preparation and launching of the report. We would consider our job done if Nepal prospers in a way that such projects begin to look redundant.